Your starting salary in there is $21 an hour, plus benefits. If you want to become a patrol officer, drive around in a cool cop car, drive fast, point guns at people, all that kind of fun stuff, you're looking at post-certification, you gotta be 21 years of age, and then you gotta go to a post-academy, which takes you about 4 or 5 months to get through. And then you're ready to go.
Post-secondary requirements, I think, for automotive would just be simple. I mean, we have high school graduates that we have employed right out of high school who had an automotive education. The technical schools that are available out there, there's many of them, would be a good way to go. We have employed several young people that we put through what's called an asset program. 6 to 8 weeks at a time. So if they're young and they're single, it doesn't work real well for married people, but for single individuals who are looking for that type of career, they can spend 8 weeks working, 8 weeks in school, 8 weeks working, 8 weeks in school, and a lot of time, you know, that's for a certain period of time. But a lot of times it's employer participation. Okay, so we help pay for that education. It requires obviously a commitment on your part. But those types of programs are available out there also. And if we're talking about starting salaries, generally entry level, someone right out of high school who's got an automotive education will be started in what's called our quick lane, which is doing basic maintenance and services. It's very entry level. We'll probably start around $14 to $16 an hour. Anyone who's got a post-secondary, like a technical institute, depending on your ability and promise, we do a flat rate program, and that generally is somewhere in a starting salary of $26 to $27 a flat rate hour. Some of you'll have questions about what a flat rate is, and we'll talk about that in a bit if you have time.
First off, I didn't know that we could be up here and walk around. That looks a lot cooler than sitting behind the podium. For airport operations, you need to have a high school education. Basically, right as soon as you get into the airport, though, the county will start paying for your schooling, aviation schooling, basically. So, how to work on lights and how to work on runway. We call it ASOS, basically. And so there's a lot of training and certifications that you will get once you actually step into the airport world. Starting wise, I think 19 an hour sounds about right. It really just depends on how many certs you develop and how much what I call Girl Scout badges you have in your pocket.
So Williams, we got a whole array of positions, anything from high school diploma or GED or equivalent up through. My position as a mechanical engineer requires a degree. Obviously, it's just a bachelor's of science, so it's a 4-year degree that a lot of people take 5 to do. It's pretty strenuous degree program. But that's kind of where most engineering applications out there you can probably get into with a bachelor's degree. If you want to work in like a lab, Sandia Lab or NASA, or doing R&D for a company, they may look for a master's degree or PhD beyond that. But really, it's pretty limited once you get past the bachelor's degree as far as engineering is concerned. And oil and gas companies, Williams, first year engineer coming out is going to start around $80,000 or $90,000 a year, and go from there. I can't speak really to some of the optics and those other positions. Coming out of high school, if you're just going to look at, go to work in the plant as a mechanic or electrician, or a maintenance type position, pretty competitive pay compared to other industries. But yeah, if you're interested specifically in engineering, you're looking at probably a 4-year degree at an accredited school. Make sure that the college you're going to is AVID accredited or something similar, so that you come out with a degree that's worth something. Because there are potential issues there also. They pay attention to make sure that the curriculum is what the governing authorities agree it should be.
It's not just a bachelor's degree, it's a bachelor's degree. So for teacher education, you need a bachelor's degree to start teaching. CMC is an open enrollment institution, and we are accredited. Open enrollment means that if you want to come to our college and take higher education, please come. Our doors are open. You can register for classes the day before they start if you want to. As far as teacher education, I think I gave you the criteria. You like kids, you like your summers off, and you think learning is fun. And if you agree with those things, you can call me, text me. You guys are all Gen Z, right? Nobody calls at your age, text. I'm not on Instagram yet, I'm a little bit behind. Or Snapchat. I'm not using Facebook anymore either, because I know that's very old. What is the new app that you all are using? Okay, well, I'm not on that, so just text me or call me.
By the way, you're not going to be on that app that you're on right now in 2 years, so anyway, be in that. Architecture, Bachelor of Science in Architecture, and then in terms of internship, they start between 45 and 60. After 3 years, when you receive your stamp, I guess the sky's the limit. Depends on how much work you can handle. So skill set, I think I said, whatever your skill set is, I can probably give you a place that would fit in the architecture world.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today. Now we're going to go ahead and take the time to ask if you guys have any questions. Do you guys have any questions? No? Yes. What can be a starting salary for a teacher?
So it's different depending on the school district that you want to work in. In the mountains, the range is about 36,000 to almost 50,000, depending on which district you want to work for. But there's a lot of pressure right now to raise teacher salaries, at least the starting salary for teachers. I do want to say, though, that teacher salaries are based on contract days, so most teachers work 170 to 180 days a year. So your contract is based on your per diem of days that you work. So most people work 266 days a year with maybe 2 weeks of vacation. So that's oftentimes why you see a big discrepancy in salary. However, teachers are very clever and they sometimes coach, sometimes there are summer options available, or sometimes they just like to do other things in the summer. I do think that as a profession, we can keep elevating it to increase salary, but like I said, districts are autonomous about how they set their salary ranges, so there's a big range.
Any other questions?
So the question was, do you really get the summer off, or do you have to spend the whole summer planning for the next year? What do you guys think? Teachers? Don't you guys take the whole summer off? Yeah, I think so. For the most part, you have planning time a little bit before school starts. You definitely have planning time embedded in your school year. Some teachers opt to use the time in summer to prepare, but you definitely aren't expected to work in the summer.
Other questions? Okay, so you guys can go ahead and go to the bathroom, or you guys have a break, and then be at your advisory at 12.